y'all world, man. I'm staying on here about a good maybe an hour. I was trying to create a little stream with the. I was going through the Kanye and Ty Dolla Sign's Vultures interview, man, from earlier today. It dropped. You dig? But I had some technical difficulties, like 15, 20 minutes in, and I just scrapped the whole deal. I'm like, well, whatever. I'll jump on live real quick and we'll just kind of talk about it. I'll double back over the next couple of days or so and wrap up a couple of episodes that I've been having on my mind. But it's kind of crazy, man. I don't know if it's in the new tubers out here. Not a writer's block because you're not writing, but it's like I don't know, man. Like I see certain topics that I want to, just like when I get to making a video for them, I don't know, I lose the passion for it. I guess I'm sort of like so. Like I don't know, man. I try to stay away from certain things and shit like that. But I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to blow the dough off the motherfucker at some point, man. Just go hard or go home. You dig what I'm saying? So, but then I guess it's also a matter of just the production aspect and the expedience in which one can do so. But I said, man, nevertheless, we rocking on, and I'm looking good for a new guy. But it's just the growing pains. You dig what I'm saying? So what we got on the list, man? We got Kanye and this Vultures thing, him and Ty Dolla Sign. We got we got Nick Saban, Lucky Luciano is his new name. He just escaped and get to the money. I ain't really liked what he had to say out of his mouth here lately. And we gonna talk about this Meek Mill Diddy academics thing. I have a copy of the lawsuit about this Diddy thing, man, and it's 73 pages. Now, not every page is gonna be something worth reading, but as I'm scrolling through it, look like a good bit of it is gonna be worth going through. So I hadn't organized my time necessarily just yet to go through it, man, because it's ill. But I gotta go through that lawsuit with y'all. This shit is crazy, I promise you. But since I was just off the Kanye and top the Vultures thing, let's just get on that, man. Now I'll say about Ye, man. I've had mixed feelings about Ye here lately. I don't really have a much of a comment on it because like I want the one thing that I can say, I've done some dealings in the music business. Maybe I never got to the level to where I knew about that whole weird world that they had going on, but I'm sure that it's some truth to a lot of what he's saying. You dig what I'm saying? So I hadn't lost a mother before. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't lost a mother under those type of circumstances. So I don't know what that type of thing does in one psyche. You dig what I'm saying? I can judge from the outside and say, yeah, he was acting weird, this, that, and the third. And when it comes to Kanye, man, I don't really know if it's like after watching this interview, you know what I mean? I don't know whether it's like it's like it's all on purpose, but he's so good at it to where like it's hard to imagine that he's not crazy, man. Or it's hard to not look at it and kind of go with the consensus opinion, but he make boss moves all the time. Every time he go at something, he make pretty strong moves, man. From all being dropped at all the labels, the fashion houses, the big barrel people and all of that. He seemed to be winning. I heard that he paid like 17 million for the Super Bowl commercial, but didn't spend anything on the production. It was just him on a little selfie, like this, little FaceTime and did like video. So you know what I'm saying? This record that they just put out, Vultures, is #1 in the world, and I'll just opine on that. I scanned through that album on YouTube, man, and it's not really my cup of tea. It's not. Well, I won't even say that. It's not bad. I thought it was gonna be some weird like emo shit, or you dig what I'm saying? It's not bad, but it's not. I don't see what's #1 about it other than it's just the hype of it being Kanye and Ty Dolla Signs and this Vultures thing. But you know, in the interview, and they talking like this is like the most coherent I've seen Ye in a minute, man. And I was impressed. That's why I say I think what he's doing is like a organized noise. You dig what I'm saying? The way he acts, I think it's like he just does that to kind of promote the brand. He may have some internal issues, but I think it's more of an act from Ye. He just organized noise because although he's a very smart man, I think he knows that it's like the sale of it, the show of it all. I don't think he's a god or anything like that. I think he's a very smart man that knows how to manipulate, you know, the powers that be that he deals with because of his talent. You know what I'm saying? So he get off into a tangent too much about like people don't give him the leeway that he thinks he deserves because he feels like he's a god, and because he goes into the interview to say stuff like, you know, sort of like the reason that he has his outbursts and this, that, and the third is because, you know, he recognizes that he's a god and people should just listen to him and follow his direction. And the reason he blasts on them is because they don't see the greatness in him and this, that, and the third. And it's like, my nigga, you know, in psychology class, you learn about this thing they call an imaginary audience. Now, while Kanye has a huge audience around the world for his talents, I don't think anyone looks to Kanye for necessarily inspiration. You dig what I'm saying, or just for the social parameter of thought around it. You dig what I'm saying? Like you know the age old thing. You can learn something from a fool, not to call him from a fool, but just what I'm saying. Like you can learn something from anyone. So you know he may have some validation in that area, man. When he you know, maybe just saying, watch my moves. I'm a billionaire, it's not many of him. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe we got to let Ye cook on that. But it was a lot of things in the interview you said. That scene was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like again, this is the most coherent that I've seen Kanye in a while, man. So, as far as the music, though, like I said, I listened to the music. I wasn't really interested in it. I'll give it another skim through. I appreciate the two people that's in here. What's happening with y'all, man? It wasn't really my thing. But they said it's supposed to be a 2 and a 3 coming. So maybe this was just like the prelude. They getting a little bullshit out the way. But you know, yeah, allowed to go back in and remix the whole deal. Ty spoke about how he had a song and he thought it was a hit. Ye came back and remixed that thing 10, 20 times or what have you. Just the whole creative process. If you watch Big Boy was doing a little glazing. Now I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you, man. So he was, you know, he went to speak on some situation that they had back in the day, and yeah, he looked like he wanted to give him some smoke. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, he definitely he was doing a little glazing. How happy he was to have the opportunity to do this interview and just gushing a little bit. But it was a cool interview from what I seen, about an hour, 20 minutes long. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all go and check that out if y'all get a chance, man. I think we're gonna move on along to something that, because it really wasn't a lot to talk about. He didn't say anything crazy, you know what I'm saying? I think he was a lot more measured because it was big boy shit, so he ain't want to pull no crazy shit out the hat. Who else we got on my agenda, man? I may write down some more as I'm going. Let's talk about Nick Saban, though, man. As I've told everybody that I'm a huge Alabama Crimson Tide fan, right? These days, not so much. Not so much these days, man. I'm not excited about the Kalen DeBoer era. I've already spoken about, you know, it's something to, and I guess I'll get into it. I'll get into my theories about why I think Alabama football is in for a rude awakening, but I think is of their own doing. You dig what I'm saying? Now, previously when I spoke about this, I said that I didn't like the idea. I didn't like the way that the whole hiring thing went, right? I felt like it snuck up on the AD, and I didn't feel like it should have, right? All right, so in the past week or so, Nick Saban, he got a job with ESPN, right? So coming soon, he'll start announcing, I think on College Game Day. But he's come out to start giving interviews, and I'm not even liking where I'm seeing him. I seen his ass on Fox News, I think, today, or a clip. I'm like, look at this motherfucker. But he went to Congress, sitting beside Ted Cruz of all people. He went to Congress the other day to complain about NIL and what he thought about the money that kids were making. Now, disclaimer: I've spoken about NIL with people with around me that big time college football fans. And I agree. I feel like there are only some stupid ass dude making a decision away from having to revamp the process. There's gonna be some kid out there that does something stupid because he's just out here too rich. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's gonna take away from the game in a couple of ways. This 12-team playoff, it's already taken away from this transfer portal. Kids really don't care about how much they're gonna play. They care about how much they're gonna play and how much you're gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of the natural progression of it, man. But as far as like the talent on the field, you know what I'm saying? Because there's one thing I hate about professional sports. Them cats making so much bread, bro. Like, I hate at the end of the game, it's a hard fought game, and you know what I mean, close loss or whatever. I hate to see the motherfuckers in the middle of the field dapping each other up and sitting there laughing and talking about what club they're gonna go to afterwards or this, that, and third. I hate that. I hate that with a passion, man. So I feel like the college game is gonna kind of go there. Because for instance, we're going to a 12-team playoff this upcoming season, right? So now you've got rivalry games that don't mean as much. You've got rivalry games, conference games. Like, you can stand to lose a couple of games and still make the playoffs. So what's to keep them from start doing that NBA shit, like managing minutes? You'll sit your starting quarterback out for a game against South Carolina if you've already clinched your playoff spot, or if a loss from them wouldn't hurt. I think a player is going to take the field with with a less intensity. You know what I'm saying? A 17-year-old with a Lamborghini, bro, you're not telling me that he's completely focused on the task at hand. It's no fucking way possible. I was a lit 17-year-old, and I ain't have a Lamborghini. I had an old school 77th century peanut butter guts. You dig what I'm saying? Doing numbers out here, cut. So I had a Lambo and this, that, and the third. Like, I know I'm going to be unfocused, man. So I don't wish nothing bad on these cats, but they made it to Wild Wild West. And I argued this now. And my cousin tried to argue me down. I said, man, Alabama is really what changed college football. Because there's been so much complaint when Nick Saban was in his heyday, when he was running through shit, right? The big gripe was he was 3 deep. Like, damn, Nick Saban got 5 stars, 3 deep. What can we do to free these players up? He's just hoarding players. Oh my God, goddamn. And I think that was kind of like the precursor. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot he had to deal with at that program, with coaches getting poached, players, and I read a stat about 16, 17, 18, 19 coaches he had to replace. But again, I think that was kind of a precursor to them trying to figure out what can we do to knock Nick Saban and Alabama off of their square. The 12-team playoff. There's been a couple of seasons where Alabama let everyone else tell it shouldn't have made the playoff because they were like the 5 seed or 4 seed. I won't go into the specifics because I may get them wrong. But, there's a lot of complaining. A lot of times we played Georgia twice. Both of us got in, and they had complaints about that. I think that also happened with us in LSU one year. So it's been a lot of complaints about that and making more spots available for other teams to get in. So I think a lot of the changes that came to college football came by way of Nick Saban in Alabama, what they had going on down there. And I gave him the utmost respect when he was there. I didn't like the way that the resignation happened, but with the changes that came to college football, I saw it coming. And the main thing, I don't think he was prepared, because he wouldn't have a losing season. I don't think Nick Saban would have stood up next year and wouldn't have been able to get the job done. Because again, let's remember, getting the job done next year could be a 2-3 loss season and still make the playoff. I don't think he was prepared to go through that kind of football. I don't know what the normal fan of Alabama is going to do and I think every fan base, but we're really like the only fan base that doesn't experience 2 or 3 losses like on the regular. Like we're the only ones that think like a 1-loss season is like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I think we'll have to make the biggest adjustment, to be honest. And I don't think Nick Saban wanted to make that adjustment, even though, motherfuckers have ignorance. So you're gonna have people that, I don't know, as the season goes on, if we're not just running through people every week, they're still not gonna understand that, you still can make the playoff. But it's gonna be interesting to just see how that all plays out, man. It may affect the fan base. Because again, if we're, if you're at a point in the season where you got 8-9 wins and you're clinched to go, right? And the number 10 game of the season is against somebody mid-level but not trash. Let's say a Virginia Tech or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's usually a ritual to watch those games on Saturday. I got a feeling that, it'll get to be like, well, why watch the Virginia Tech game today, whether we lose or not? And they may not even play the starting quarterback. Or this, that, and the third, man. So it's going to have ripple effects, but I don't co-sign the way Nick Saban went and sat in front of the damn Congress. Like, bro, it'd have been different if you just gave an interview on Pat McAfee or something like that. You went to Congress like the most influential coach out here. You went to Congress and like, damn, it's like you're trying to get them to put the kibosh on it. And it's like what a lot of people said. How many times did you go and talk to conference about how high coaches' salaries would go every year? When is the last time you went to talk to Congress and said, well, damn, it's not really fair that an agent will put it out in the market every year that this certain coach is about to leave and go here just to get the school to give him another $2-3 million and another 2 years. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't see you go to the goddamn NCAA when they gave Jimbo Fisher $100 million. Didn't Georgia give Kirby Smart a lifetime contract? I ain't hear you complaining about that. You were most certainly the highest paid college football coach while you was there. You never went to goddamn Congress and say, hey, man, maybe y'all should do something about me getting this bread like this and everybody else getting this bread. So for you to go all the way to Congress, bro, instead of just, again, you should have did an interview on ESPN of Pat McAfee. You went to Congress as if you're ready for them to pass a law. You dig what I'm saying? Sitting beside Ted Cruz. And then I seen your ass on Fox News. So it's like, I don't really like you swinging to right now, Nick Saban. I ain't even going to hold you. Now, you ain't beholden to me, but I got a space where I can voice my opinion on certain things. So I really don't like the way he played that game. So judging off the way I think this season might go and the way he coming out his mouth, man, it was kind of just some bad Alabama news. And I haven't been keeping up with players. I guess I'll tune in to the 8-day game when it comes around, man. But, I'm not interested right now, man. I don't know what's going on. I hadn't really heard a lot of noise. Maybe Caden the boy trying to stay out of the limelight or what have you. But, yeah. That's pretty much what I got on Nick Saban. I could go a lot deeper, but I just want to come on here and rant and rave about a couple things. We got Meek Mill and this Diddy thing I'm scrolling through, bro, and I'm telling you, this is wild. It's a gang of people involved in this thing, so I'm going to just read some of it. Again, it's 73 pages. I plan on making an episode, but like I said, I was about to, I was starting the Kanye thing a little while ago, and it kind of bonked out on me. But this shit is wild, son. So boom, you heard me? I'm gonna read a little bit. United States Federal Court, Southern District of New York. Rodney Jones versus Sean Combs. Justin Dior Combs. Ethiopia. Habtemariam. Lucian Charles Grange, Christina Coram, Chalice Recording Studios, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group, Combs Global Enterprises. John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10. and ABC corporations, 1 through 10. This nigga suing the whole New York, son. Yeah, they going to the bodegas and everybody. He trying to get that bread out of everybody. What's the first little joint that say, man? Diddy is a man. The picture they got of Diddy, man. Come on, man. What they doing? What they say his stage name is Puff Daddy. Puffy, P. Diddy, brother love, or love. Mr. Diddy came to fame in the early 1990s with his record label, Bad Boy Records. He rose to prominence in the music and entertainment industry over the decades and is regularly referred to as a hip-hop mogul. Mr. Combs resides at, I ain't going to read the man's address. Or maybe I should, well, nah, I'll put it, I ain't going to read his address. That probably ain't it. He probably got a million addresses. They going at his son. All the shows done been in and all that. Let's go to the charges. Let me see if I can get to the charges real quick. This is wild. What do y'all believe this about Diddy, man? Meek Mill make you believe it, right? If you've been watching Meek Mill movements out here, bro, something wrong with Meek, man. I ain't never seen a nigga lame as Meek, man. Boy, they say money don't uncorn any. Every tweet that Meek Mill has made, which every one of them was too many of them, was just like the dumbest crazy. Like, what is he doing, bro? Does he live, like, is he literally by himself all day? You telling me ain't nobody around this man? Like, bruh. He tweeting about he want to move to Ghana. They want to tell the black. Meek Mill thinks again, man, us, boy, I tell you, black men that get some money and all that, they are bad about thinking that they are the thought leaders, man. And that everybody want to be like them. You can tell folks how to do it. Like me, don't nobody pay attention to you for that. What you mean they want to take you down? Now, I understand this is an agenda out there a lot of times. Like, yeah, man, but he talked like he was like a Fred Hampton type. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he one of them cats. I personally hadn't heard Meek Mill talk a lot about this prison reform shit that he was on when he came out in the while. Now, if I'm wrong, then somebody let me know. But it's like, bro, you act like you just such this activist out here, and they trying to get you off the map because you organizing people. Nigga, you out here beefing with goddamn academics. You out here telling niggas you gonna pull up outside their house and shoot a video and do all this old turned up crazy shit. Like, nigga, ain't nobody, dog. No one's looking at you for that kind of advice, man. You're taking yourself to be too important. But again, you would think that Meek Mill exists in the bubble by himself, bro. You telling me not one female, like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't not one homie, not a PR person, like no one texted this man and told him to stop tweeting. Crazy, bro. Letting this man call you dad and all that. I just don't even, I said it in the previous video, I don't even really know of a situation ever in life. What reason, other if I'm talking to my actual father, like what reason would I have to call it? Well, from Diddy's standpoint, yeah, why are you calling dude daddy? I don't have a son in my life, so from my perspective, there's no person out here in the world, no male in the world that should be calling me daddy. Just don't fit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to some juice of this. Summary of events. All right. Well, let's go to number 22. That's my birthday day. From September 2022 to November 2023, Mr. Jones produced 9 songs on Mr. Combs' Love album. Mr. Jones lived with Mr. Combs for months at a time, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing major family events. Like his girlfriend. This is, man, what is up with Diddy, bro? This is craziness, bro. Mr. Jones resided at Mr. Combs' residence located in Los Angeles, California, New York City, Miami, and Florida. And it's like, what kind of music has Diddy been putting out? Has Diddy put out some bangers since? since then, y'all. Like, for real. Somebody let me know, man. He was on that 8 Ball and MJG song. You don't want no problem and shit. But I don't even get, I don't remember the time frame, all that shit. But it's just like, for you to have, for brother had this producer cat around him and all that. Like, what kind of music was he putting out? What kind of artist did he have that was making bangers all these last couple years? Bad Boy? I can't really think of none, man. So what was he having this man around him all the time like this, man? They spent several weeks on the yacht. Rented, ooh, my Mr. Come in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Oh, I ain't even know. I can swim like a fish, but I ain't no deep water cat. But it's just like, bro, several weeks? Or maybe they saying they went out, a gang of times and they adding it up. But I'm just like, nigga, a couple weeks on the yacht with what? Take the what and left the what? Hell out here. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. That's what the damn document say. That's number 25 in the motherfucker. I promise you. Lord have mercy, Jesus. The claims raised in this complaint have been corroborated through witness statements, video, audio recordings, and images that Mr. Jones has in his possession. God. Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. We're doing what? Lord have mercy, Jesus, let they say. Jesus, Mary. Golly. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, his guests, engaging in serious illegal activities. Huh? That is what the papers say, man. Ooh, Mr. Jones has secured irrefutable evidence of the acquisition, use, and distribution of ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushroom. Huh? The display and the distribution of unregistered illegal firearms. Mr. Combs provided laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his home in California, New York, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Florida. Good God Almighty. But these folks going in, man. Look at Diddy, bro. No, Diddy ain't Diddy. All of this here, man. Why Diddy doing this? They got Young Miami in here. Oh, Mr. Combs, this is F of something. F dot this shit right here. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relation with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of Cassie. This after this when Cassie got at him. Oh, that's where the T.D. Jakes thing come in at when he laid on his arm and thing like this. These niggas is crazy, man. On or about September 12th, 2022, Mr. Combs held a writers and producers camp at Shallow's Recording at Los Angeles, California. It's like the pictures they got in here, man. This shit is man. So somebody got shot here. Well, who got shot out here? In addition to other individuals, other musicians were present at the camp. The writers have spoken to seven. Mr. Jones approximately 2 feet away from the bathroom when gunshots rang out. Who are they talking about? I don't see any names right here. Again, it's 73 pages, man. I'm just kind of skimming, getting to the towards the end of my life. I'm gonna run through a couple of these, and then maybe put out an episode at some point where I cover it in depth. But not all of it is worth reading, like I said. Who is G? They keep talking about G. G was lying on the restroom floor in a fetal position, holding his stomach and bleeding out of his 30. All they said about G, they said G is a 30-year-old tall African American male. So apparently G got shot at some studio. Man, I'm telling you, this is like a 73-page joint. I think this is the one. No. He said, okay, I'll get to that. This is a lot. Let me scroll to this. Um, yeah, man, they got pictures of blood, soaked floors. This is a public bathroom right here that I'm looking at. They said the aftermath of the shooting. It looked like a super basic bathroom, though, man, for it to be something in an exclusive studio. But I guess that's for all the people up there that sort out once they get into court and all that. The fact that either this is 51 on the aftermath of the shooting of G. The fact that either Mr. Combs and Jay Combs, his son, were allowed to enter CRS with guns, and those guns were not confiscated by security is a clear breach of duty by Mr. Combs. So apparently, I ain't gonna speculate on what all it said, but it sounds like it's saying that Diddy and them said they didn't have guns or some shit. Throughout this time, Lil Combs Jones was a victim of constant, unsolicited. Oh, here we go. This when they get to going crazy. Oh my God. He was traumatized, had PTSD from witnessing the shooting of G. Then we roll into 53. 53 is when they turned the damn pressure up. Throughout his time living with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his. I'm not even going to say that word. This is crazy. This is wild, man. I don't know when I'm guessing they're going to tell us when they go on the court if I slide on through enough. Oh, man, through these sexually deviant acts, one would say Mr. Combs has a pattern and practice of engaging in such nefarious activity. This ongoing conduct shows that Mr. Combs cannot be rehabilitated. Oh, man. Now that, for me, now I'm not a lawyer, but that sounds kind of ill. If all of this turned out being true, man, then it'll be pretty damn and stuff. Cannot be rehabilitated. Shit. Sound like they want the book. Now, everybody else, I'm sure, I ain't going to scroll back to the top, but Cassie just wanted money. Cassie didn't want blood. She didn't want it back in blood. She just wanted that check. Which leads me to think, it just led me to ask at one time, like, if Diddy would have been like, well, he'll go a $30 million check, like the minute he met Cassie, and been like, well, this is what's involved to get that 30. I mean, damn, would she have taken it? Because she didn't, I know when for most women, I know these days it's a different thing. They just want you to pay for their pain. Usually, man, when a woman's went through real pain like that, she wants you to pay with your blood, sweat, and tears behind it. You didn't think she wants your ass to go to prison, but it's not a thing anymore, man. Yeah, this Diddy lawsuit, man. I don't know. Oh, what does number 70 say? Mr. Combs went so far as to share a video of Stevie J, a Caucasian male without a prophylactic. This was done to ease Mr. Jones' anxiety concerning. Oh, man. Yeah, this is. And this picture sort of look. But this is what I'm saying, though. Like, all right, I'm looking at the picture, right? These are supposed to be screenshots of Stevie J. Now, the first one is, okay, maybe, but you don't really see a whole bunch of his face. The second one, same thing. You can say something about the haircut, and then the third one is blacked out. So, if this is the official document, like I think it is, then, or maybe this is the one that they just released. They may have blacked that one out. Whoever wanted to, because this had to be somebody official that leaked this thing. Go on to say he got assaulted by Young Miami cousin. You dig? This is crazy. On Thanksgiving Day 2022, Mr. Jones was in Mr. Combs' house, located in Miami, Florida. Young Miami and her female cousin were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered cocaine to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones rejected him and proceeded to walk to the restroom. 76. While using the restroom, Young Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom and began groping Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs sent her in there to SA Mr. Jones. As she entered the bathroom and dropped to her knees and began performing fellatio on Mr. Jones' exposed area. Mr. Jones pushed her away and exited the bathroom. Why would he have pushed? So if I'm reading this right, Mr. Jones, I don't know. It's apparently some girl, and I saw that. I think it's pictures of her. She don't look to be too bad. Why bro would have not let her go and top him down? I'm not sure. But apparently he pushed her away, and that was just further egregious acts being pressed upon this man. I will say though, scrolling through it, man, maybe. Well, these are blacked out, some of them, so I don't know. This is probably not the full document because if these are the pictures that they presenting in court to prove everything. But well, it's got the faces blacked out, but I mean, a lot of them are so dark and in red rooms and blue rooms and all that to where I don't even know. It's a crazy one of him and Cuba Gooding Jr. He got a story about it say Mr. Combs attempts to pass off Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. of all fucking people, bro. Like, oh my God, man. Not radio, bro. Not radio, cuz. Man, what radio doing out here? This shit is crazy. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs was grooming him to pass him off to his friend. This fear became a reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. While they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. That yacht that they was out there for a couple weeks on. Oh my gosh. During the introduction, Mr. Combs suggested that Cuba get to know Mr. Jones better. He then left him alone in a makeshift studio on the yacht. Now, last I know, Cuba Gooding Jr. don't make no music. Cuba ever had a song? He might be singing in radio. Cuba don't make no song. If y'all can see this picture of him in Cuba, I just got to be honest, it looked crazy. But again, now, there's parties all the time, man. Could have just been a normal party. And Cuba is just a good friend that did it, and he just had that party. That could definitely be the case. I tend to believe that ain't the case, because I'm just like Cuba Gooding Jr., Diddy, and the producer, and Young Miami and them. Like, it's just a weird scene, man. On the yacht, the yacht is supposed to be like for your exclusive partner and them. You dig what I'm saying? Go bitch. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, that's exclusive for your partner there, man. I don't know if Cuba Gooding Jr. gonna be down. I don't know. It's a weird picture, bro. Then it's red. They got the red lights in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just aesthetically, it's weird. Let me read y'all some more of this. 112 as evidenced by a video of which screenshots are embedded below. Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones' legs, his upper inner thighs, near his groin, the small of his back, near his buttocks, and his shoulders. That's what number 112 said. Mr. Jones was extremely uncomfortable in number 113 and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Gooding Jr. That's his name, Radio. That nigga Radio from now on, boy. You was doing radio shit. This is not what is going on. He rejected his advances And Mr. Gooden Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. The following is a screenshot of the encounter with Mr. Cuba Gooden Jr. Then look at this picture right here. Man, bruh. Like Cuba is, should I say it? Because I rock with Unc, bro. But Cuba Gooden Jr. is doing the hug with young producer Shawty that Shannon Sharp was doing with Leopard Print dude. Like he all in bruh personal. Bruh is on the computer, you dig? Producer dude is on the computer. It looks like a posed photo though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like it's a lot of people around. That's make it even weirder though now that I'm looking at it, bro. Because if there was a lot of people around and bro was on this computer doing a beat and like Cuba drunk, like, yeah, dude, this shit is like whatever the fuck he talk. With that little crazy ass grin on his face, then it could maybe make sense. But the fact that there's no one in the background, and it looks like a staged photo. You dig what I'm saying? Like a photo op. And it's like, nigga, why would you pull up that close to? Come on, bro. Like this the picture you wanted somebody to take. It ain't like they just caught it in between. Like he up in his joint. He all in his, like, come on, man. And look like he got his left arm over it. Oh, man. What, bro? All these weekend songs he got this man producing, ain't none of them come out. We ain't heard none of these songs. Deliver Me, Stay Part 1, Reaching, What's Love, Stay a While, Moments, Need Somebody, Homecoming, and Tough Love. This shit sound like the wackest set list ever. Did it? Boy, everything I read, it just sound worse and worse, cousin. Sound worse and worse. Now we get into some meat of why all this may have come out. Well, I don't know. I'm at 121 and I'm only on page 23. I'm not going through all 73, but just so far. I see at 121 of the explanation under the Love album. Mr. Jones attempted to work with Mr. Combs to secure his publishing and royalty rights for the work he completed on the Love album. Mr. Combs only offered Mr. Jones $29,000 for 13 months, thousands of hours worked, and 9 songs that made it to the Love album. Ironically, Mr. Jones was willing to take $50,000, his publishing and royalties. Mr. Combs' self-serving greed would not allow him to pay Mr. Jones an additional $21,000. Well, that's probably because, like, you wasn't here to make no music anyway. You feel me? You done served your prayer. I don't owe you. In his mind, he's giving you everything that he wanted to give you. And it was not bread money. It was not, sir. Mr. Combs' deceptive business practices became so bad that Mr. Jones was left with no choice other than to make a public plea on social media for Mr. Combs to pay him for his work. Oh, man. After publicly requesting that Mr. Combs do the right thing and pay him fairly, Mr. Jones received an onslaught of threatening messages from Stevie J and Love Records and DeForest tape. Boy, it's going crazy, man. How long I been on? 45 minutes? I want me to read some more. I read some more, man. I got a couple people in here. Y'all put something in the comment, man. Holla at your boy. I'm glad y'all tuned here. Y'all can say early on. I hope y'all go and subscribe to the channel, man. I only been going like 3 months. You dig what I'm saying? I think I'm at a very good place. I'm at like 252 subs. I think 75,000 views. About 1,500 watch hours. So y'all will be able to say, man, you dig what I'm saying? Y'all was some of my early people because I plan on taking this to the bridge. You dig. Man, they got, what is this, Vlad TV? Yep, Vlad, I like Vlad. Vlad is the folks, man. Well, I guess any blog site that put up pictures or something and have somebody on there talking wild could be put in that category. They talking about another one of the shootings. Apparently, dude said that Diddy is admitted to doing some of the shootings in the past, and I mean, I don't know if I believe that Diddy that bad of a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know, but a lot of nefarious activity went on with that Tupac and Big thing and all that, man. So they still had nothing to wrap with that little ball of yarn and all of these years. So, but they said them one kind of dudes, like they said them niggas is the for real, like the more go in. So Diddy could be super nefarious like that. It kind of makes sense, man. He got Meek out here panicking. He don't seem to be making. I don't know. Maybe Diddy ain't tripping. Maybe they let him live in his truth now. Well, just imagine for a second. Ride with me if you will. Imagine, dog. Diddy be like the next Jenner. Like, ooh, that would be so wild, bro. But you couldn't stop Diddy. Imagine if it came out now this should be true, right? And Diddy like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna go to the bridge, daddy. He'll say it like that for take to the bridge, daddy. And that nigga came out like flaming with it. You feel me? Like, oh shit. Boy, the world can do nothing with Diddy. They couldn't do nothing with him, dog. He'll be everywhere. Boy, you talking about the folks on the right get mad about seeing it in their face. If this stuff was to be true, and he get put in, it just all hit the fan. And look, we talking hypothetically now. We talking hypothetically. And did it just say, well, you know what? God damn it. Well, watch this. Golly. Look at these. They got pink pack. What are these pink drugs? What is a pink drug? Oh, they got a pink drug that is. What is this? Oh, have mercy. Defendant Karam required all employees from the butler to the chef to the housekeepers to walk around. This is number 157, I should add. To walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, gummies, 100 to 250 milligrams each, and Tucci. Well, what is this? I done heard of every substance it is. What is Tucci? Tuci? A pink drug. Combination of ecstasy and cocaine. Damn, they got it combined into a pill? I ain't know that. Well, these folk cold in the industry game, man. Oh, these folk cold. They ain't took pictures of it. I don't guess this their drill. They took a picture of it, but damn, they got pictures of the damn of the Tucci. Who is this? Brendan Paul. Who is Brendan Paul? Brendan Paul works as Mr. Combs' mule. That's who Brendan Paul is. He acquires and distributes Mr. Combs' drugs and guns. Man. This is a wide-ranging deal right here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, cuz. Where we at? 32 of 73? Damn, how long I been on? 48 minutes? If I go on through this, man, should I be smart and just go on through the rest of this and just let this suffice for my breakdown? Damn, I guess I might as well, man. I'm halfway through. All right. Mr. Cone, Moybone. Moybone? Who is Moybone? I don't know who Moybone is. It's a picture of somebody named Moybone. Moybaun. I guess he's I mean, I say, but I guess I think he is. Mr. Combs funded and used his affiliation with local gangs and gang leaders who would frequent his homes in LA and Miami to secure the drugs and guns he obtained and distributed out of his home. Damn, now hold on. Now they tried, boy, they said Diddy got work too. Not that he just had to have work around that he wanted to do. They talking like, damn, boy, they talking like Diddy moving work. Oh, man, it's over with. It's over with, man. Who did Diddy make mad, bro? What happened? What Diddy did? Did he do it? Or did he did? Or did he not? Or did he? What is going on, my nigga? It ain't pretty. God. Why they try to put this man up through that and take his money and all that? Damn, cool. This is my first time reading through it. I've had this document for about a week. Damn. Defendants executed their RICO enterprise with threats of isolation from the music and entertainment industry, parading powerful music industry executives such as defendants Lucian Charles Grange. Ethiopia have to marry him at his parties filled with sex workers, minors. What the minor would do at the sex party? Well, when a sex party, they say party. Oh, and illegal drugs. They just keep naming this shit. Like, all right, we know about now. Defendants executed their RICO enterprise with threats of non-payment for work completed, fake promises of cash payments in the amount of $250,000, producer of the year Grammy Awards, and guaranteed access to future projects and a $20 million home on Star Island in Miami. Yeah, homie said, Diddy said, I'll give you this house. You did. This will be yours. But it just be, I'm going to keep it at my house, me and my name. Mr. Combs got hidden cameras in every one of his rooms. That should be like par for the course. I would probably imagine that for most people of a certain wealth range. Jose Cruz intentionally hides behind a camera from social media and the internet due to all incriminating acts he was required to record for Mr. Combs. Man. They got his phone, cuz. They got a screenshot of how he got bro's name saved in his phone and all that. What? What is this? RICO Enterprise. Jeez. What do we got? That's a kind of a lot of minutia right there. Did it tripping though, bro? I hope, man. I can't even, man. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even understand, bro. The RICO enterprise, which all defendants have engaged in, and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce, is comprised of an association, in fact, of persons, including each defendant and other unnamed co-conspirators. That association, in fact, was structured by various contracts and non-contractual relationships between the defendants, by which the defendants assumed different roles in agreeing to carry out a mail and wire fraud scheme to acquire drugs, firearms, prostitutes, minors, sex workers, and the labor of producers, musicians, writers, creators, and artists such as plaintiff to utilize their talent and labor to produce music and other tangible goods and services without compensation. Oh man, Diddy, they run the dudes on you, bro. They run the dudes. What is this? Same old thing that he was promising them, access to the home, future Grammy Awards. Apparently, although Mr. Rodney is the only one suing him, it's like he's referring to a lot of different producers and stuff that came across Diddy over the years. Claiming that Diddy did the shooting in the club. Yeah, man. It's a pretty crazy deal. I don't know, man. Diddy ain't making a lot of noise these days. Seems like he kind of trying to stay out of the way of this thing. Mail fraud. Oh, man, they naming everything, bro. I didn't know it was this deep. This is really my first time reading all the way through this thing. And I'm trying to keep up and find some places, but it's like a lot to scroll through, man. But yeah, violently gripping. Yeah, it's like they rehashing a lot of this stuff. But basically, from what I'm gathering, not only do we have the charges of SA, we've got, RICO conspiracy charges. We've got some mention of drug moving and things like that. Like, boy, that may not bode well for Diddy. And I don't know that he has the skin to win. And I see people like Cuba Gooding and stuff in there like that. Like, I got to believe if they gonna holler at them boys gonna, you know what I'm saying? They gonna drop the bag. So it's not looking good, man. I'm at page 50, and I'm trying to find some more relevant material to read to y'all before I get out of here. But it just looked like a rehashing of pretty much everything we went through already. Yeah, I'm not really. It's just a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo at this point, man. Yeah. So yeah, we scrolling on through. Unless I run across something soon, we gonna get ready to wrap this thing up, man. It's been fun with y'all. Nick Saban and I are talking crazy. We went through that earlier. We spoke about the but we just got into Meek Mill. But the first thing was the Kanye and the Vultures interview. Like I said, y'all go seek that out. Go check out the whole deal. Ye didn't really do anything crazy. Nothing to opine on too tough. He was just kind of being, just the usual God like Ye. Let me use the right words. Yeah, I like Nick Saban. Yeah, I might get back on him in the hole. So yeah, that's about it for that, man. What else I'll cover before I get out of here? I heard a crazy story. I put an episode out about a little while ago. Y'all go check it out. So this guy, what is his name? Blaze Taylor. Blaze Taylor, if I'm not mistaken. He was a 4-year football player for Arkansas State. Seemed to be pretty good. Some clips of him out there returning kicks, and he left school with a couple of records and all of that. Well, after leaving a coaching stint with the Tennessee Titans last season, he took a job with the Utah State staff. Well, his girlfriend passed away last February. I want to say February 25th, if I'm right in the story. She died from an allergic reaction. Well, they found out today. Well, I don't know when they found out, but they went and arrested bro today up in Utah at this Utah State job. He's accused of poisoning the girl and the 5-month-old fetus she had inside of her. And I thought that was one of the wildest. I'm pretty sure, if they've got the evidence to go and get him, I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard for him to wig out of it. And I could see it being, he got a girl pregnant. He want to move across the country. Don't want to take her with him. But I'm like, damn, bro, you weren't married. So it's like the most you could be on is child support. And I know what that's about from personal experience. So it's like, man up, pay that shit. But I've known a couple people in life, man, and I see how a person to be scared of child support and they'll just stay in there with a fucked up situation. But yeah, man, apparently he poisoned the girl, the baby along with it. He had moved on to another coaching job, and they went and arrested him today, man. Yeah, former Arkansas State player Blaze Taylor. You dig? Maybe he's innocent. In America, you're innocent to prove guilty. So I won't just condemn him and say how I feel about him as a man and all that, and because I don't know the facts of the case. But as of right now, I think he's arrested for it. And I made an episode. But if he did in fact poison that lady and the baby that was inside of her, in Tennessee, brother, that's a red state, man. And I think that's one of the states that's already passed like they little crazy abortion laws. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna frown on that, homie. So if you're guilty, it's gonna be a long road for you. But yeah, man, this is gonna wrap up my live. I've been on here 59 minutes and 45 seconds. That's perfect. So I'm gonna get on out of here, man, before this thing get too long. I appreciate y'all in here. You that word in here. And I'll catch y'all the next time. Blah.